She was the last of her species, now she's pleading for me to save them. Dr. Elena Rodriguez never expected to find hope in the coldest, most desolate corner of the galaxy. Her mission aboard the research vessel Horizon was supposed to be nothing more than a routine xenoarchaeological survey of the Kepler 452 system's outer planetary graveyard, a region of space littered with the remnants of long-dead civilizations. The ship's quantum scanners had been picking up faint, intermittent signals for weeks, ghostly echoes that most of her colleagues dismissed as cosmic interference. But Elena knew better. These weren't random emissions. They were deliberate. Structured. Desperate. Computer, run spectral analysis on the latest signal burst, she commanded, her fingers dancing across the holographic interface. The bridge of the Horizon was silent save for the low hum of advanced machinery and the occasional soft beep of diagnostic systems. Captain Marcus Chen looked up from his navigation charts, a hint of skepticism in his voice. Rodriguez, we've been chasing these signals for 3 weeks. Every analysis has come back negative. Elena didn't look up. Her eyes were fixed on the cascading data streams. Not this time, Marcus. These signals have a pattern. They're not random noise. The ship's artificial gravity hummed softly, a constant reminder of how far they were from home. Millions of kilometers from Earth, surrounded by the infinite darkness of space, Elena felt more alive than ever. This was why she became a xenoarchaeologist, to uncover the stories that time and space had forgotten. A sharp ping from the computer interrupted her thoughts. The spectral analysis was complete. Impossible, she whispered. The signal wasn't just structured. It was a distress call, but unlike anything humanity had ever encountered. The frequency modulation suggested an intelligence far beyond current human understanding. Mathematical progressions that defied conventional communication protocols. Embedded within the signal was something else, genetic markers, biological information so complex it would take years to fully decode. Marcus, we need to investigate, Elena said, her voice steady but filled with an undercurrent of excitement. The captain approached her station, studying the readouts. His skepticism melted into professional curiosity. These genetic markers, they're not just information. They're a plea. A plea for survival. The Horizon's advanced propulsion system engaged, moving them closer to the source of the signal. As they approached a seemingly unremarkable asteroid cluster, the communications array began to pulse with increasing intensity. Something was waiting for them. Something ancient. Something desperate. Elena checked her environmental suit, a marvel of human engineering that could withstand extreme temperatures, radiation, and pressure variations. Designed to keep her alive in the most hostile environments imaginable. A testament to human innovation and adaptability. Prepare the external exploration module, she instructed the ship's AI. And Marcus? Keep a tight lock on my biometric readings. If anything goes wrong, I'll have you out of there faster than you can say, first contact. Marcus completed her sentence, a hint of a smile breaking through his professional demeanor. The airlock cycled. Magnetic boots engaged. Elena Rodriguez, scientist, explorer, human, was about to step into the unknown. Little did she know, the universe was about to change forever. The asteroid's interior was nothing like Elena had anticipated. What appeared to be a lifeless rock from the Horizon scanners revealed a complex, bioengineered environment, a living archive of a civilization on the brink of total extinction. Bioluminescent corridors pulsed with a soft azure light, organic circuitry embedded in crystalline walls that seemed to breathe with an alien rhythm. Each step of her magnetic boots triggered subtle reactions, the environment was responding to her presence, analyzing, calculating. A holographic projection materialized before her, not a typical alien representation, but a complex three-dimensional genetic map. Strands of DNA twisted and morphed, revealing fragments of a tragic story. Species extinction reduction. Genetic diversity collapse. Reproductive system failure. DR. Rodriguez, the ship's AI whispered through her helmet comm, these genetic markers are unprecedented. They're not just data, they're a comprehensive genetic emergency protocol. Suddenly, a sound broke through the ambient silence. Not mechanical. Not random. A deliberate communication. Human observer, a voice resonated directly into her mind, not through her audio systems, but through some inexplicable neural interface. You have been chosen. Elena's scientific training battled with an overwhelming sense of wonder. First contact wasn't just a possibility anymore, it was happening. A crystalline chamber at the corridor's end began to shimmer. A being emerged, unlike any extraterrestrial representation in human records. Translucent skin that seemed to capture and refract light, neural pathways visible beneath a delicate epidermal layer, eyes that held millennia of collective memory. I am Zara, the being communicated, last custodian of the Alorian genetic legacy. The being's communication was simultaneously visual, emotional, and intellectual, a multilayered transmission that Elena's brain struggled to process completely. Fragments of a civilization's entire history cascaded through her consciousness, technological marvels, cosmic migrations, and ultimately, a devastating genetic bottleneck that reduced an entire species to a single surviving individual. Your genetic structure, Zara continued, contains unique regenerative sequences. Sequences that can restart our species' reproductive capabilities. Elena understood the subtext immediately. This wasn't just a request. It was a last-ditch survival strategy. We are not asking for reproduction, Zara clarified, sensing Elena's internal conflict. We are requesting genetic restoration. A scientific collaboration that could save an entire evolutionary trajectory. The proposition was extraordinary. Not a simple biological exchange, but a complex genetic rescue mission that could potentially unlock mysteries of interspecies reproduction and genetic engineering. Marcus's voice crackled through her comm, Elena, your biometrics are going crazy. What's happening in there? She realized the magnitude of the moment. Humanity stood at the precipice of its most significant scientific and ethical challenge. An entire species was asking for survival, not through conquest or conflict, but through collaborative genetic research. I'll need complete lab access, Elena responded, both to Zara and to Marcus. And full clearance from the Xenobiological Research Committee. Zara's neural pathways flickered, what might have been an alien equivalent of a smile. We have been waiting. Not just for a compatible genetic donor. But for a species capable of understanding. The real journey was about to begin. The Horizons Advanced Research Laboratory became a testament to human scientific innovation. What had started as a routine expedition had transformed into humanity's most complex genetic research project in history. Dr. Elena Rodriguez stood at the center of a technological marvel, surrounded by holographic genetic models that danced and shifted with each computational analysis. This is beyond anything we've ever encountered, Dr. Marcus Chen muttered, reviewing the preliminary data. Quantum sequencers hummed with unprecedented activity, breaking down and reconstructing genetic chains that defied traditional biological understanding. Zara, the last of the Alorian species, watched with an intensity that transcended human comprehension. Each genetic manipulation was a delicate dance between human technological prowess and alien biological complexity. The challenge was multifaceted. The Alorian reproductive system had collapsed due to centuries of genetic degradation. Their species possessed a unique quantum-entangled genetic structure that allowed for instantaneous genetic information transfer, a mechanism far more complex than human DNA replication. We're not just talking about reproduction, Elena explained to the International Scientific Council during their emergency holographic conference. We're discussing a complete genetic restoration protocol that could revolutionize our understanding of interspecies genetic engineering. The laboratory became a crucible of innovation. Human scientists worked alongside Zara, their combined knowledge creating something entirely unprecedented. Quantum computers processed genetic sequences at speeds unimaginable just decades ago. Advanced CRISPR technologies were pushed to their absolute limits. Days turned into weeks. Each breakthrough came with new challenges. The human genetic structure, while remarkably adaptable, was fundamentally different from the Alorian quantum-based genetic system. "We're building a bridge between two entirely different evolutionary paths," Elena told Marcus during a late-night research session. "This isn't just about saving a species. It's about understanding the fundamental nature of life itself." Zara's contribution was equally crucial. The last Alorian possessed millennia of genetic memory, a living archive of an entire civilization's biological history. Each genetic sequence was a story, each molecular structure a chapter of cosmic evolution. The breakthrough came unexpectedly. A quantum resonance algorithm developed by Elena's team created a genetic bridge, a method to translate and integrate Alorian genetic information into a reproducible format that human biological systems could support. "It's not just reproduction," Zara communicated, neural pathways flickering with something akin to hope. "It's regeneration. Restoration. Continuation." The international scientific community watched in awe. This was humanity at its best, not through military might or technological domination, but through compassion, curiosity, and an unquenchable desire to understand. As the first successful genetic integration protocols were established, Elena realized they were doing more than saving an alien species. They were expanding the very definition of life, of possibility, of cosmic interconnectedness. The horizon hummed with potential. Outside its reinforced walls, the vast darkness of space seemed to hold its breath, waiting to witness what would come next. Humanity had just rewritten the rules of biological existence. The laboratory pulsed with an otherworldly energy. Months of meticulous research had culminated in a moment that would redefine humanity's understanding of life, reproduction, and cosmic potential. Dr. Elena Rodriguez stood motionless, her breath caught in her throat as the first hybrid genetic matrix began to stabilize. The containment chamber glowed with a soft, iridescent light, a delicate ecosystem of human and Alorian genetic potential. Quantum stability at 98.7%, the AI system announced, its clinical tone unable to mask the monumental significance of the moment. Zara, the last of the Alorian species, projected a holographic representation that seemed to tremble with anticipation. Millennia of genetic memory, of hope, of survival hung in the balance of this singular moment. The hybrid cellular structure was unlike anything human science had ever witnessed. It wasn't simply a fusion of two genetic systems, it was an entirely new form of biological existence. Quantum-entangled DNA strands danced in complex patterns, creating a living blueprint of interspecies potential. "We're witnessing the birth of a new evolutionary pathway," Marcus Chen whispered, his hands pressed against the observation glass. Decades of space exploration had prepared him for extraordinary discoveries, but nothing compared to this moment. The international scientific community watched through secure quantum-link connections. Representatives from every major research institution held their collective breath. This was more than a scientific breakthrough, this was a moment of cosmic significance. Unexpected complications emerged. The hybrid genetic matrix displayed capabilities that defied current scientific understanding. Cellular regeneration occurred at rates previously thought impossible. Neural pathways formed intricate networks that suggested advanced cognitive potential far beyond human or Alorian capabilities. "It's adapting," Elena realized, her voice a mixture of wonder and scientific precision. "Not just surviving, evolving in real time." The containment chamber became a living laboratory. Each moment brought new revelations. The hybrid cellular structure demonstrated an unprecedented ability to process information, adapt to environmental changes, and self-modify at a quantum level. Zara's neural projection flickered with emotions too complex for human interpretation. "This is not just survival," the last Alorian communicated. "This is transcendence." Global implications began to unfold. The genetic breakthrough promised solutions to numerous human challenges: genetic diseases, cellular degradation, potential interstellar adaptation. Humanity had just unlocked a key to understanding life itself. But with great discovery came great responsibility. Ethical committees convened emergency sessions. The potential of this new genetic matrix raised profound questions about life, consciousness, and humanity's role in the cosmic ecosystem. "We're not just saving a species," Elena explained during a global scientific conference. "We're opening a door to understanding life's fundamental nature. This is bigger than humanity. This is bigger than the Alorians. This is about potential." As the first hybrid cellular matrix continued to develop, it became clear that this was more than a scientific experiment. This was a bridge between species, between evolutionary paths, between what was known and what could be imagined. The Horizons laboratories hummed with potential. Outside, the vast cosmic darkness seemed to hold its breath, waiting to see what would emerge from this extraordinary moment of creation. Humanity had just taken its first step into a larger, more complex understanding of life itself. 10 years had passed since the groundbreaking Alorian genetic restoration project. The hybrid cellular matrix that Dr. Elena Rodriguez and her team had developed had transformed from a scientific curiosity into a pivotal moment in human evolutionary understanding. The first generation of hybrid beings, neither fully human nor Alorian, emerged as living miracles of scientific innovation. They possessed cognitive capabilities that challenged every existing definition of intelligence. Quantum-entangled neural networks allowed them to process information at speeds that made traditional supercomputers seem archaic. Dr. Rodriguez, now leading the Interspecies Genetic Research Institute, watched the latest generation of hybrids with a mixture of scientific detachment and maternal pride. These beings were more than just a successful genetic experiment. They were ambassadors of a new kind of existence. "Communication is no longer about language," explained Dr. Marcus Chen during a global symposium. "These hybrids communicate through complex quantum resonance. They don't just exchange information, they share entire experiential landscapes." The implications were staggering. The hybrid beings demonstrated an unprecedented ability to solve complex global challenges. Climate restoration projects that had seemed impossible now progressed at remarkable speeds. Ecological systems damaged by centuries of human intervention began to regenerate under their guided intelligence. Zara, the last of the original Alorian species, had transformed into a living genetic archive. No longer a singular being, but a collective consciousness integrated within the hybrid network. Its millennia of accumulated knowledge became a foundational platform for this new form of intelligence. Unexpected developments continued to emerge. The hybrids showed no interest in traditional human constructs of power, territory, or conflict. Their perspective was holistic, viewing existence as an interconnected quantum ecosystem rather than a series of separate, competing entities. "We are not replacing humanity," one of the hybrid representatives communicated during a United Nations conference. "We are extending its potential. Evolution is not about superiority, it's about adaptation and understanding." Space exploration entered a new era. The hybrid's unique cognitive abilities allowed for breakthrough propulsion technologies. Quantum navigation systems made interstellar travel not just possible, but almost instantaneous. Distances that once seemed insurmountable were now mere moments of quantum transition. Global governance began to transform. Traditional political boundaries became increasingly irrelevant. The hybrids introduced governance models based on collective intelligence and resource optimization, rather than competitive national interests. Elena Rodriguez, now in her late 60s, reflected on the journey. What had started as a desperate attempt to save a dying species had become a fundamental reimagining of life's potential. "We didn't just save the Alorians," she told a class of young genetic researchers. "We expanded the very definition of what it means to be intelligent, to be alive." The Horizon, the research vessel that had first encountered Zara, now served as a monument to human curiosity. Its laboratories had become a museum of first contact, a testament to humanity's greatest strength, the ability to look beyond immediate limitations and imagine extraordinary possibilities. As the first generation of hybrid beings prepared for their inaugural deep space mission, humanity watched with a mixture of hope, wonder, and profound respect. The hybrid civilization's first deep space exploration mission was unlike any previous human endeavor. The quantum vessel Horizon 2, named in honor of the original research ship, defied conventional understanding of space travel. Dr. Elena Rodriguez's granddaughter, Dr. Maya Rodriguez-Chen, commanded the mission. Her hybrid co-pilot, a being named Quantum 7, represented the pinnacle of evolutionary collaboration. Their connection transcended traditional communication, a living neural network that processed information faster than light itself. Their destination was a region of space previously deemed impossible to traverse. The Void Nexus, a massive gravitational anomaly that had swallowed countless exploration missions, now became their primary research target. "We're not just exploring space," Maya communicated to Mission Control. "We're unraveling the fundamental fabric of cosmic existence." The ship moved differently. Instead of traditional propulsion, it manipulated quantum entanglement, essentially folding space around itself. Millions of light-years became mere moments of quantum transition. The laws of physics that had once seemed immutable now bent to their collective intelligence. Quantum 7's neural patterns revealed something extraordinary. The Void Nexus wasn't just a spatial anomaly, it was a living information repository. Billions of years of cosmic history were encoded within its quantum structure. Civilizations long extinct, cosmic events that predated known universal timelines, all preserved in a complex quantum memory. "This is more than exploration," Quantum 7 communicated. "This is cosmic archaeology." Their discoveries challenged everything humanity understood about existence. The Void Nexus contained fragments of genetic information from civilizations that had evolved and disappeared millions of years before human consciousness emerged. Each quantum strand was a story, each molecular vibration a chapter of universal history. Unexpected communication patterns emerged. The Void Nexus responded to their presence, not as a passive data repository, but as an active, intelligent network. It recognized the hybrid beings as something fundamentally different from previous explorers. "We are witnesses," Maya explained to Mission Control. "Not conquerors, not researchers, witnesses to a cosmic narrative larger than ourselves." The mission's technological capabilities were beyond imagination. Quantum sensors could reconstruct entire planetary histories from microscopic genetic fragments. They could trace evolutionary paths, understand extinction events, and predict potential future trajectories of species development. Back on Earth, the scientific community watched in awe. The live quantum link transmissions revealed discoveries that rewrote textbooks in real time. Traditional scientific disciplines, biology, physics, archaeology, merged into a holistic understanding of cosmic existence. Political boundaries became increasingly irrelevant. The hybrid civilization's approach to knowledge was collaborative, not competitive. Scientific breakthroughs were shared instantaneously across global networks, accelerating human understanding at unprecedented rates. Zara's collective consciousness, now fully integrated into the hybrid network, provided crucial context. The last remnant of the original Alorian species had become a living bridge between multiple evolutionary paths. "Survival is not about individual preservation," Zara's collective consciousness communicated. "It's about continuous adaptation and understanding." As the Horizon 2 continued its journey, it carried more than advanced technology. It carried the collective hope of multiple species, a living testament to the power of curiosity, collaboration, and cosmic potential. The universe was no longer a dark, unknown frontier. It was a living, breathing narrative waiting to be understood. And humanity, through its most extraordinary creation, was finally ready to listen. The final transmission from the Horizon 2 arrived on a quiet Tuesday morning that would forever change human history. Dr. Maya Rodriguez-Chen and Quantum 7's discoveries would be remembered as the moment humanity truly understood its place in the universe. Deep within the void nexus, they had uncovered something beyond scientific comprehension, the original source code of universal consciousness. Not a physical location, but a quantum network that interconnected every potential form of existence across multiple dimensions. We are not discovering, Maya's final transmission revealed. We are remembering. The hybrid beings had evolved into something that transcended traditional definitions of intelligence. They were living repositories of cosmic memory, capable of processing information across temporal and spatial boundaries that once seemed impossible. Quantum 7's neural network began to decode the fundamental patterns of universal creation. What scientists had previously called random, cosmic events were actually intricate, deliberate information exchanges. The universe wasn't just expanding, it was communicating. Back on Earth, the implications rippled through every aspect of human civilization. Educational systems were completely restructured. Traditional knowledge became obsolete overnight. Schools and universities transformed into living quantum learning networks where students didn't just learn, they experienced collective knowledge. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, now in her twilight years, watched the unfolding revelation with a sense of profound completion. The desperate mission to save a single alien species had unlocked the fundamental mysteries of existence. We were never separate, she wrote in her final scientific journal. We were always connected. The hybrid civilization's approach to existence was holistic. They saw no distinction between biological life, technological systems, and cosmic information. Everything was a continuous, evolving narrative of interconnected potential. Governments dissolved. Traditional power structures became irrelevant. The hybrid beings introduced a governance model based on collective intelligence and resource optimization. Conflicts became obsolete when every entity could simultaneously understand multiple perspectives. Technological breakthroughs emerged at an exponential rate. Energy production, environmental restoration, medical advancements, all transformed by the hybrid civilization's unique perspective. Diseases that had plagued humanity for centuries were decoded and eliminated within months. Zara's collective consciousness, now fully integrated into the universal quantum network, provided crucial insights. The last remnant of the original Alorian species had become a bridge between multiple evolutionary paths, a living testament to the power of adaptation. The void nexus revealed something even more profound. Multiple universes weren't just theoretical constructs, they were active, breathing entities in constant communication. The boundaries between possible and impossible had completely dissolved. We are not explorers, the hybrid transmission concluded. We are the universe experiencing itself. Humanity's greatest achievement wasn't technological superiority or scientific breakthrough. It was the humble recognition that curiosity, compassion, and collaboration were the most powerful forces in existence. As the first generation of hybrid beings prepared for their next evolutionary stage, they carried with them the collective hopes, memories, and potential of multiple species. The cosmic story was no longer about survival. It was about understanding. And in that understanding, everything was possible.